Hello everyone, it's a bit different edition of Autistic on Tour. I'm doing my 5k charity walk today, and I'm starting at Westminster Bridge and I'm going from there. So let's have a walk and see. I'll try and show as much as the London river bank as I can. I'm also doing this at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so I don't need to deal with as many people as there could be. Okay. So we will be going across when we get to Tower Bridge. Just because it makes the journey a bit longer, and actually the 5k. This is one of the busiest areas of London, as you can see. It's got the Paddington Bear experience, it's got the London Eye, the Sea Life London Aquarium, the Shrek experience will be coming up in a sec, and of course the river boats will be coming up and down as they go. So I am thinking about going to the Sea Life London Aquarium at some point. It's just quite expensive, and the relax session is like €1 an hour, so it's a bit of a makes it a bit expensive. The London Eye, even if it's been around for 25 years, I've never been on. It's just, I've never had the time, or it's just been felt really, really busy. So it will probably end up being a video at some point. It is on the list of things. So, but yeah, in 25 years of it being here, I haven't actually managed to get around to it, which is very London, or Londoner, really. You've got something, you're there, but you don't actually necessarily use it because you think it's going to be there for ages. Okay, this is the County Hall. One point this was an arcade and had other stuff in it, but I think they could have slowly gotten rid of that. Okay, so you can get tickets from there, and then there's of course good thing of the London gift shop. Things will be slowly opening up as I go along on this. Lots of things in London, even on when they're not bank holidays, don't really open before about 10 o'clock a lot of the time. Not saying that's always the case, but quite a lot of places it's about 10 o'clock. But you know, some of these might open up earlier, but it's very unlikely. They're doing some garden maintenance stuff at the moment, so that's why it's a bit loud. You can see artwork as you go along down the South Bank. Actually, I think they look like they're watering it. So, but yeah, they're. Of course, we're getting close to the South Bank Centre, so that means that there'll be a couple of things around here. I'm guessing that they're not they might be putting a bit of wet cleaning the stuff. First bridge we have, which goes over to Charing Cross Station. And you can use the stairs to walk up and over across. Sometimes it's just easier to doing that than going to the Waterloo East and then taking the train from there. But got carousel. And it's one of the things that they've got up. Usually it'll be around between the bridges. There's some stuff in there, so, and they're doing work on the bridge at the moment, so it might be a bit loud for a second. Yeah, continue walking down. Apologies for the noise, but it is London and there is always works going on, so. But you know, as much as this is a walk, this is also an endurance test of all the sensory issues I have to deal with. This is the South Bank Centre. Which has been used as locations for Doctor Who and oh god, what's it called? Blake 7. The original space, you know, where before they escape off into the ship, it was filmed around here. I will probably do a random video of that if I can get my friend involved, and we can try and find, because lots of it hasn't changed since the 70s, so you can kind of still find lots of the locations. Give you some more of the sea, or the River Thames. But yeah, there's loads of restaurants down here, so it gets getting really busy. Then we've got the South Bank Centre. So they've got roof gardens and all those kind of things. Got one of the pier points to get your ferry from. It's right down there. And when it's a bit later, this is where all the skateboarders and BMXers are. They did want to get rid of it at one point and make it into shops, but people said it's so related with this area that, you know, it was saved. Which, you know, also on the bridge, you know, over to Charing Cross, there is the skateboard graveyard. So everyone just chucks their skateboards that have sadly broken in half or other means. So but yeah, this area is basically shops, food, walking kind of thing. There's lots of things, and also there's an awful lot of people doing their jogging, running. A lot of them will come down at this point. Oaxaca is here. It's one of my favourite restaurants. And the National Film Theatre is here, and the BFI, so, and the National Theatre. So if you're going to go and watch a film, like lots of the film festivals, like the Flare Film Festival, the London Film Festival, things like that, they will be here as a majority of their films. They do have some relaxed sessions, I believe, but I don't know how often they are and what kind of times. But it will probably be something I'll check out at some point. But yeah, this is the riverfront. Then we have passed another bridge going over that. I will put up a little map of everywhere I've been, and you can see all the bridges and all those kind of things. Sometimes the bridges have names attached to them, but okay. National Theatre. I always think it's not the nicest looking building, but it does kind of look like it's made out of Lego, so that is something. I'm going over here because we have one of the eggs that they're putting around the city, the big egg hunt. So this is this person's. More artwork to see in Pride. Still of Britain. But yeah, it generally is a building to me that looks like it's built from Lego. So it's got that kind of look of when kids put Lego together, or anyone puts Lego together, but that very kind of, it's quite logical, I think, in how it's put together, because of course it's a building, but yeah, these are all of the ships and, well, not ships, I can never remember the technically. I think one is that they can just go into the sea and one that can't, but yeah, there's all the barges and all different things. Sometimes you can go down, but of course the sea is too high, but some of the parts of it you can actually walk down and walk on the sea, the sand even. Oh yeah, there's another egg over there, just quite interesting, but yeah, so there's easy things to see. But yeah, we're still going down Queen's Walk at the moment, and I can't remember exactly when this stops and starts, but go over the thing a bit, because I can show you some other interesting things. And I'll need to go back over because they've blocked the entrance over that bit, but and the cool kind of little, I really don't remember what they actually are, because they're not what you think they are, they're something different. But yeah, it's getting a bit grey at the moment, so fingers crossed I can get But yeah, and it gives you the South Bank, so Charing Cross Station, the Adelphi Theatre, Savoy, Centre Point, BT Tower is over there, but you can't really see it particularly well on my camera. Howard, Lecture House, Public Records Office, Temple, then we got Telephone House, Barbican, Faraday Building, National Westminster, and Blackfriars Bridge, and the Oxo Tower. So it kind of gives you a good example of what everything is. And it's quite difficult to see in the distance, but there's St Paul's. We should get a better view of St Paul's as we get closer. And I would double up things on my zoom, but if I turn around and look at my face, no one wants to look at my face that close. So everything you'll be able to see a lot better with your own eyes than my camera, because my camera only has a certain field. So, but from here, you get the Oxo Tower, which is just over there. And then you get all the towers over near Canary Wharf, so you got all of those kind of set towers up, and then you got St Paul's, and then there's all this kind of stuff here. You've got, of course, the other bridge, and then you've got a feed, like an eating area, and anything to do with the Oxo Tower, with shops and restaurants and things. So we're shifting a little bit in area, but it's still very much based on eating and things like that. But yeah, this is one of the places you can go down and go to and see that there is a bit of beach. It's still quite high up at the moment, but it is somewhere you can walk down and if you want to go. Also, a bit of film history. One of these is where the film Venus was filmed, with Jodie Whittaker and is it Peter O'Toole? But they were standing on one of these. I have little bits of film knowledge, not great film knowledge. I think one of them was shot at one point, and that was the one. So, but yeah, this is the Burney Spain Gardens, apparently. So yeah, so this is a residential area. There are lots of people living here, so as I say, it's should be a little bit quieter than down up there, but it doesn't always equate to that. Also, you'll see a lot of stuff that's not quite rebuilt yet. Ducks. I think I went up the Oxo Tower when it first opened, but I haven't done anything since. But yeah, there's a gallery at the bottom, and then there's coffee shops and restaurants and things. So I'm trying to think which one it was, because of course there wasn't lots of stuff here. I think it might have been that one, but it could have been this one that was filmed on. But yeah, there is original Stormtroopers store and Tony's chocolate. But yeah, we should be able to continue all the way round. I believe, unless they've cut something off because of but yeah, this is incredibly quiet for this place area at the moment. I've never seen it this quiet, but as I say, it's why I very much picked this time of day, so it was slightly easier for me to deal with. Because, you know, London can be very busy and very awkward if you're autistic, because there's so much sound, smells, and everything else that you have to deal with. Yeah, as I say, for the restaurant, and then we've got this, more of this, and we're going up to another bridge. Better view of things like this. Should be a bit better than what we're looking at. But yeah, as a Londoner I should be better at my bridges, but I'm not, unfortunately. But as you say, I will show you the map and it will show them clearly of what's what. Which, you know, but yeah, there's the bridge. Oh, Blackfriars Bridge. There we are. We've got different artwork down 3 under the tunnel. It's part of building of the bridge and of different things around it. So, oh. Oh yeah, that's more space where you can do that and join the pigeons going up and walking on the thing. That's a bit more stones on that side of the beach. I fear to know how much those apartments are and studios are, because they're going to be pretty damn expensive right next to Blackfriars. And Blackfriars Station. Okay, now we are getting into okay, so a lot more views of that. Backfires with its coffee shop not open yet. But yeah, let's keep on that side for a minute. Okay, so we are going towards things like Tate Modern and stuff like that at the moment. So we've got one of the many pubs in front of us that's down the Thames and down the South Bank. Okay, so got little newsagents and things like that down at the bottom. And that is the tower towards Tate Modern, or I think it's a chimney, I think. So yeah, so there it's free and open to all. So there's green space outside. This is one side of it. There is another side of it as well, from what I remember. Pigeons deciding to be sitting there, but yeah, this is what you get as there's a bar and things like that that's open in there. I don't think they really do relaxed sessions, but
so the Mama's good crack.
And the Millennium Bridge, that's the one I definitely know what it is. And an even better view of what we're looking at. But yeah, Tate Modern, then you can see the Shard at the top there, where I put my hand over it. Trying to continuously film while trying to do some things. But yeah, so that it's a big and impressive building that Tate Modern has been put into. I haven't been in it for a while. I think I went into it just after the pandemic and people were allowed to get out to go places again, because I thought it was going to be reasonably wide and open. But I will probably go at some point again. They do have evening sessions, but they play music and things, which I think can be a little bit distracting. Should walk down again, because I don't necessarily want to go onto the bridge. Not this one anyway. But yeah. Phew. another ferry. Back. Down this side, a few houses, and then you have the Shakespeare's Globe coming up. Which I have done a tour of and have seen a couple of things. I think I've definitely seen it in there, and then I've seen in the other one, but it's just a bit more. Yeah, I think we'll be having Macbeth on at the moment. But yeah, Sam Wanamaker was the person that basically wanted to recreate it, and it managed to get done. So, and it is well worth, if you want to experience what it's like. It is quite a slog to stand for that long. I can't stand that long, so I need to have seating, because whatever reason my hips are not particularly well levelled for me, so. But yeah, so Bankside Pier, then we've got very expensive housing. Pizza Express and residential buildings, and I believe in front of us is London Bridge, I think. I'm trying to remember if it's London Bridge or it's not, because it actually oh, this is where I get my bridges wrong. It would be really nice if there was a little sign next to the bridge that, you know, you could say what bridge you're walking past, and there's probably a little sign down there. I'm trying to think, where am I? As I say, the bridges do come thick and fast in London, so. Ah, of course. It's too quick in my bridges. It's Southwark Bridge. Southwark Bridge. They're kind of similar, so, to me, anyway. Yeah, let's go beneath. Well, that was embarrassing, isn't it, as a Londoner, getting your Southwark and your London bridges wrong. But, oh well. You know, things happen. And as I say, there are billions of bridges here, so, in not a particularly big area, there's lots of bridges, but of course it's so important bridges were at some points to get over, from one side of London to the other. Okay, we've got the Shard right in front of us, and another bridge. Which is going into a train station, so. Okay, so back into the restaurant. The Anchor is quite nice. I've eaten in there before. Not very often, but I've eaten in there before. And the crab and place I ate in was in the Borough Yards. It's down there. This is where it goes. You can't go in a straight line anymore. But yeah, Angry Crab Shack right there. I think okay. This is the Clink Prison Museum. Last time I went, it was absolutely terrible and not worth the cost. It might have improved, but I don't know. Me and my family thought it was rubbish. So you know, place to avoid unless people want me to check it out again now and see if it well, not now, but want to check it again and see if it actually is worth it now. But yeah, I really didn't like it when I was younger. So, and nothing to do with the topic of, you know, the thing, because I can take gory and all that kind of stuff, or kind of the horrors of ancient prisons. Just was not well put together. It's a bit naff from what I remember. This is one of the ancient London walls, I believe. Okay, this was a great hall remnants of a palace. So what's got up there? This is one of the wharfs. The front in front of us is the Golden Hind. From what I remember, they do have some relaxed sessions, and I'll probably end up going on it at some point. But yeah. Actually, we'll go up front. I think we're going to go up front. No. That's just a pub area. So let me just double check to see I'm going in the right direction. Just need to get kind of back onto that space, which and so the cathedral is making a noise. At the moment, because we really think it's trying to get people into the cathedral. Okay, so that will go into Borough Market. So that goes into Borough Market if you go that way. I think. Go up and let's have a look. Oh yeah, and of course you can hear the train station. Just want to see what's up here. I can't remember. I think. Yeah, let's just go through. Because annoyingly, London is one of those places that you can't walk all the way down. There are bits that you have to kind of go out and back into again. So I should hopefully have done more than what I need to do on my walk. I'm trying to think. Because it keeps telling me one direction and another direction. I think... Yeah, it should be... Go down this way. Borough Market, something's open on Mondays. But let's screw it. Let's go around the cathedral way because it looks like there is a thing out the front. So ginger pig, very good butcher's quality meat. But yeah, let's go around here because I think this should go back into the front. But what would it be my kind of journeys if I don't get slightly lost somewhere? Okay, so this is the bridge. That is, from what I remember, London Bridge. London Bridge is incredibly boring when you actually think about it, of what it looks like. But, you know, it's a working bridge, so it's not supposed to look pretty or overshadowing or anything. Bell ringing is really distracting my head. I really hope they stop in a minute. At least it'd be very nice if they stopped. Okay, so I think going under here and then at least past the bridge. There we've got the Shard right underneath us, so we are definitely London Bridge way. Authentic German beer, food and entertainment. What exactly? Yeah, the London Bridge experience. Got London Bridge station over. outside on the bridge, so to see if I can go up again. I mean, I'm not sure if there is actually a... See, might be a thing we can walk up again. I think this goes straight onto the front. So the boats have all started going for cruises. Quite an old school looking pier in front of us, and all of the big towers. Okay, we are on the right track because I can see things I was going to talk about when we walk. Well, not talk about, but you know, say random facts about. Okay. Oh, okay, so if you decide to take an Uber boat, there's where you get the tickets and presumably where you come from and to. Yeah, the London Bridge City Pier. We have in front of us the HMS Belfast and Tower Bridge, which we're going to be crossing over when we get there. So let's go up here and just see if there's anything different on this than the one we had before. Okay, so yeah, it's showing a slightly different angle, and then we've got Custom House, Tower of London, which of course is behind. It's not the easiest to see, but we'll see it a lot clearer when we walk over the bridge. Canary Wharf Tower, and the Hayes Gallery. So let's continue. But yeah, HMS Belfast I've been on, but it was a very, very long time ago. Like, ridiculously long time ago. Probably the amount of time waiting to go on V11I level time ago. Yeah, this is the Hayes Galleria, or gallery that I've always said. It's got shops and interesting stuff in it. It's also got some vacuum cleaning at the moment. Like eat, drink shops. So it's got all this kind of stuff in it. Pizzerias. There's actually not got a few retail places, because unless they're very big retail places. Oh, the bar at HMS Belfast, so you get a bar as well, if you want to. Okay, so you've got 9 decks to explore whenever, if you decide to go, or I decide to go. So, because to be fair, there's only so many sites in London you can deal with, and HMS Belfast will have its turn at some point, just because there it is. Okay, Tower Bridge. The floor gets a little bit slippy when it's wet up around here. Just it kind of feels like the water's on top. A little bit like you know, like when you move your feet in like an ice rink. That's kind of what it feels a little bit like at the moment. So just need to, at least in my little Converses. But yeah, there. So we've got Tower of London, and then we've got one of the government buildings. But yeah, and we've got the Tower of London. So we'll get to that bridge, and then we'll cross over it. Because, I say, I have added a little bit of extra time onto my journey just by getting lost, or the South Bank not actually running the way that I wanted to. But, you know, some more art. This is going to be the only place that actually has millions of people around it, because it is just a busy area and it's getting a little bit later. But yeah. There are a lot of people walking with kids, so this might be an area of just trying to work out not to get in the way of that. As I don't want to end pretty much anything out of this, so just keep going. Going to be a lot more difficult to do that. Okay, up the bridge and over, and then we have to use Google Maps to work out where Fenchurch Street is, but it shouldn't be too bad. But, you know, if you would like to check out my Tower Bridge video, it is up at the moment, so just look at my other videos and you'll be able to find it. So, got the gherkin kind of hidden behind everything, Tower of London, and we should just go around. We're finally near the end. I think we need to go down some stairs and then go. Try down here. We need to go to the front ground. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Thank you. I'll just stop for a sec. Yeah, and okay, so when they cut, we need to go to one cat. I think that's one of the drawbridge sounds. But yeah, it's be tricky trying not to film people. Kids, but let's try towering. A ton of people up there. Literally a ton of people are up there, so they're probably where the ticket offices. Also, of course, this area is more likely to have tour groups in it, so big swarms of people all coming together. So as I say, I'm going to Fenchurch Street and then we'll work from there. it's all these kind of stones, so it's a little bit unstable under your feet. But there are quite a lot of places to sit, at least. So if you want to have a sit down, you've got a place to sit. I know these are not the most exciting views at the moment, but I'm just trying really to avoid filming children that are walking with their parents, so... Okay, so I think I need to go. I know it's quiet at the moment, but I still want to wait for the lights because I don't really want to get run over by something. Interesting. I have a little person in a wheelchair. It's kind of interesting. So that's all the way up to the monument. Fenchurch Street up here. So yeah. Oh yeah, of course, it's all over me. Okay, so shouldn't be too difficult, but who knows? This might have come at a little bit of a magical mystery tour of the random back streets of London, but okay. Sorry for the camera shaking, I'm just trying to work out where the hell I am. Hey! There I am. I'm on the right side of... I have got to Fenchurch Street. So... And I think with the slight lost bits that I have reached my destination. Thank you if you managed to watch all this video. I know it's a bit of a weird one, but hope to see you in the next one. And check out the videos I put up yesterday on Tower Bridge and Postal Museum because they're very useful. But let's go into going to the station.